Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Thanks for tuning in. My name's Sean Miller. If this is your first time here, thank you. Welcome. Appreciate it. My name is Sean Miller, hipster Viz Ninja, current and two-time Tableau visionary, and this is my live stream channel where I go from data to dashboard in about an hour. And I'm really excited for this today because this is the first of a new live stream series that I'm doing. If you're not familiar, I do a weekly live stream on Fridays for Workout Wednesday. So I walk through the Workout Wednesday challenge every single week and have a lot of fun. And so I was ready to start kind of branching out this year. So started this one as well. So back to Viz Basics. If you're not familiar, it's basically a way for you to practice your visualization and analysis skills. You focused on a simple concept within, as part of data visualization. So it could be a chart type, it could be storytelling techniques, could be, how to use color or something like that. And so anyway, we are ready to get started. Appreciate everyone for tuning in. Alan and Rish, thank you so much for tuning in all the way from France and India. That's amazing. Really appreciate it. So yeah, we're having some fun today. So what are we going to be doing today? Well, we're going to be, let's go ahead and just jump into it here. We're going to be focusing on line charts. So you can see here that the prompt for this Back to Viz Basics is line charts. So we're going to build line charts along using baseball salary data. So the minimum and average salary data. Yeah, so we've got year, minimum salary, average salary player data by year for Major League Baseball through the years 2003 to 2023, so 20 years. So that'll be fun. So let's go ahead and get this data here. So we'll go ahead and download this. We just need the one file. They gave us an Excel file. They gave us they also gave us a CSV file. Sure, we'll go ahead and follow them. All right, so I've got my CSV. I'm ready to go into Tableau here. Let's connect the data on the text file here, and let's see what we get. Here we go. Downloads. MLB salaries. There we go. All right. So yeah, it's just minimum, max, minimum, and average. And there we go. Now, a couple things to note about Major League Baseball. It's an American sport, and I know it's kind of growing around the world as it is right now. But some of the ways that the sport has the way that the sport kind of regulates itself, well, they don't really regulate it. There is no salary cap. So you can pay people, you can pay players whatever you want. And there is no salary cap, and all contracts are guaranteed. So in other sports, like in American football, they'll have different ranges. They'll have a percentage of a contract that is guaranteed, and then they'll have another based on, they'll have other incentives that will help them get more money. But in baseball, once you sign on the dotted line, whatever that dollar amount is, that's how much you get. So let's go ahead and save this, and let's talk about line charts. So if we just I'm just going to start playing around here and kind of see how we get. So we have as you can see, the average goes way up. There's a huge difference between the average and the minimum. And there is, I wonder how hard it would be to go get the maximum. Oh, okay, so it's just a statista type of thing. Okay. And rookie salaries, professional sports. Okay. All right, never mind. So we can't get the maximum, but I thought it might kind of be cool if we could have like the minimum and the average and the maximum. But we'll play around with this. So what should we do here? Well, as you can see, the minimum doesn't really change, right? It just kind of goes along and very slowly. So maybe that could be an interesting kind of thing. So there's lots of different ways to interpret line charts. A line is really just, it is, what is a line? It's just connecting 2 points, right? That's really all a line is, right? So let's see how many different ways we can do this. So something that might be interesting is to, let's change this to a discrete field, and let's do line. There we go. And then we'll filter this. So in 20 years, let's see what the 20-year change is, right? So a line chart really can be anything, right? We're just connecting 2 points or multiple points, right? So you can see here, just in the last 20 years, the minimum. So then what we can do here is we can say, let's calculate the difference here. So let's create some calculated fields to say this is the 2023. What are we going to do here? I want to calculate the difference, right? So maybe if I difference and difference, so the minimum, right? The minimum salary in Major League Baseball has only increased $420,000 over 20 years, whereas the minimum, the 20-year difference in average salary has increased $2.5 million, right? So that's kind of an interesting kind of view there. So from 2.3 to 4.9, so that's how we get to $2.5 million, and then we have 300 to 720, which is 420. Yeah. So that's kind of interesting. So that's kind of we'll call this like the 20-year difference. Maybe another way to kind of that could be interesting. So this is kind of the way that I approach data sets whenever I'm kind of making this work, or I'm kind of just figuring this out. Is I like to just kind of play around with a bunch of different things. So let's do average salary and the minimum salary, and what I'll actually do is I'll do a maybe the yearly difference. And then what we can do is we can put average salary up here, right? So you can see, interestingly, in 2021, the average salary went down. That's interesting. I wonder what caused that. So we had a couple of years here where we had negative changes in the average salary. I wonder why that is. That'd be an interesting kind of data point to kind of highlight, right? So, and then here there was no difference, so it was the exact same here, right? Yeah. So that's kind of interesting. But we wouldn't have, so maybe we can combine these, right? We'll have, these will be bars, and then we'll have minimum salary here, and then we'll have this as bars. So you can see here the average salary has always the average salary, the difference in average, the average difference, no, not the average difference, the difference in minimum salary year over year has never been negative. They've always increased. So I wonder what happened here. Like, why did the minimum jump up so much? I wonder. Is that? Do you think? I wonder if that's the collective bargaining agreements. Let's see. So again, in U.S. baseball, collective bargaining, MLB history. There's Wikipedia. Let's see. We've had. I wonder if we just have a list of CBA history. Okay. So 2017. Yeah. 2017 to 2021. Yeah, see? So you see, like, and I bet if we do 2012 to 2016. Yep. And 2007 to 2000. Yep. See? So they have, so every year you can see there's a giant, in the minimum salary, there's a huge jump every 5 years or so, right? Not as much in the average salary, but certainly in the minimum salary, right? So, and then there's a huge jump. Like they went like, so maybe that would be an interesting, maybe it would be interesting to show the, let's just focus. Let's do a story on, so let's not look at the average. Let's look at the minimum, right? Let's just do minimum. And then let's just focus, let's just highlight the collective bargaining years, right? So the minimum, so what's interesting is that the minimum didn't jump each year, right? So the minimum salary, let me think about this here. So I wonder if we could do, if we could, again, change this to discrete. And then we'll change this back to a line. But then what we'll do is we'll only show 2007, 2012, 2017, and 2022. Right? So yeah, you can see here there was an increase. So 2007 was the first year of the collective bargaining agreement. Let's see, what else did we do that? So 2003 to 2006. So yeah, we don't have anything prior to 2003. That's okay. But what you can see here is we've got the minimum salary is increasing for during each arbitration year. But you can see there was a massive jump between the years, right? So that could be interesting. Let's see if we, instead of a difference, let's do percent difference. So there's a 25% increase in the minimum salary from the 2007, because that's essentially, if you look at this, let's see. Free agency compensation, salary arbitration, minimum salary. Here we go. Look. Okay, so let's do the current, well, not the current one, but minimum salary. Here you go. Minimum salary increases to $500,000 in so there's, with cost of living increases in 20 and 21. So 535 to 544 to 440 to 555 in 2019, and then increases for 20 and 21. So you can see here they actually wrote into the collective bargaining agreement the minimum salaries every year. And let's see, do they have minimum salary? Yeah, there it is. All right. So they do tell you each year how much it should increase. That's pretty cool. So, okay, so there's so between the 2007 collective CBA, which is what we call it over here, the CBA, collective bargaining agreement. So between the 2007 and the 2012, there was a 25% increase, but then there was there was only a 10% increase from the 2012 to the 2017 CBA, but then they jumped up again. They jumped almost 30% from the 2017 to the 2022 CBA. So, all right. So I think that's a pretty interesting story. So what else is interesting here is I could do. Here's what we can do. So let's duplicate this. I'll show you a neat little. I don't know if it'll work the way that I'm thinking about it, but we'll see. Okay, we'll see we'll just play around. This is the more creative part of doing these live streams, is that like I'm just gonna try some stuff and see what works. Could the salary change be due to COVID? Could be due to COVID. Yeah, that's interesting. Hadn't thought about that. I don't know. All right, let me just kind of show you what I was thinking here, where my mind was going. So let's change this. This is gonna be kind of a weird. This might be kind of weird, but we'll see what happens here. So I'm gonna change this to a Gantt chart, and then I'm gonna put the percent change. I'm actually gonna put that as size of the Gantt charts. And we don't want that, we just want the difference. Yeah. So we don't want percent difference, we want the difference. There we go. So then what I can do, I will also make these kind of small here. And actually synchronize. There we go. But no, I don't like the way that this is looking. But I think, yeah, I could. I mean, that's essentially what this is, right? But it's offset by 1. So anyway, like that didn't work. But anyway, like this is kind of where I was thinking, is like you could show like for each year how much it went up, but that doesn't really make sense. And it's not very intuitive either. Excuse me. So let's just go back and turn off my. There we go. Get rid of that. So for each CBA, they've increased. Yeah. So you can see here there was a 20, like, there was a lot of, I remember briefly, there was a lot of contention around the old CBA about this particular in here, right? About this small increase, about how rookie contracts, minimum contracts were not up to the standard of living here, and so they were really upset about it. So as you can see, the owners and the players union, they kind of worked out a deal to kind of get that, and you can see the angle of this line and the angle of this line are pretty similar. So okay, so let's talk about what else we can do here. So that's the 20-year difference. I kind of like that. This is just the, what are we going to call this? This is the percent. Nope. Do we think percent difference or just the actual difference here? Oh yeah, this is CBA increases, and do think I just want this to be the raw value. I think it'll be better to understand the raw value here, right? So the minimum salary the minimum salary in 2022 was $700,000, which was an increase of $165,000 since the previous. Now, again, as we just saw here, I think as I'm thinking about this, like if you look in here, like it is set to increase with each year. So I think looking at the CBA, after all, is not looking at each CBA year is not necessarily going to be very intuitive. But I think it's interesting that there are multiple years, 2004, 2010, 20, and 2016, that they did not have. So let's see if they were supposed to and they just didn't. With cost of, let's see, let's put the values on the table here. Yeah, it does say that. So it says here the cost of, so in 2014 it's 500,000, but with cost of living increases in 2015 and 2016, minimum salaries for 2015 through 2016 increased to $507.50, and that's what you can see here. So that's interesting. So I wonder if they did that in here as well. The last free agency salary, minimum salary. So $400,000 in 2009, and $400,000 plus a 2-year cost of living adjustment in 2011. So yeah, they did say that. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna have a. So they did write it into the CBA that they're not gonna have a minimum salary increase in 2010, but in 2011 they'll have a 2 times the cost of, so they'll make up for it, and that's interesting. This is very fascinating. Like once you kind of look at the history of it, but I do understand that you kind of have to have a little bit of context behind it, which could be interesting as well. So, okay, and this is just minimum increases. Let's see, what can I do here? Can I do... Let's see here. I just want to... I think I just want to show... Like, can I do... different, let's just do the difference, and then I'm gonna put average salary back here, and then I'll put this in the tooltip. Yeah, I will go ahead and default number format this to currency, 2 decimal places, and make it millions, because yeah, there we go. Yeah, because this is going to, so because I'm using measure names and measure values, let's do, because if I put that here, it's going to put it on both, and that's not what I want. Let's see. It'd be really cool if I could figure out a way to, let's see, this is not going to work because I'm using measure names and measure values. So Tableau just, so if I do edit, oh, so not equal to 1, but equal to 2. Yeah, this is not going to work because I'm still going to do this. And I get that there, which is the exact same thing. And that's not what I want. I want it only on, I want to do my indexing based off of, essentially based off of, not year, but based off of measure names and measure values. So how are we going to do that? How would we do that? Let's duplicate this data source. Let's go here and let's delete that from the secondary data source. Let's highlight these and let's pivot. No, can't do that. Edit data source. Is that because we have to do the pivot before we do the extract? Pivot. There we go. Okay, so we have. I think this will work. Oh, right, because we have to refresh the. That's why. Because we have to do it from the data source. Because it'll have to rerun the extract. So that's what we're going to do. So let's do that. So now, if we go here, so we'll call this. Average or minimum, and then we'll do this will be salary. There we go. We'll rerun that extract. Now we'll do the same thing. Make it just. What are we doing here? Oh yeah, discrete filter. Nope. We want to make it discrete, so that way we get a discrete filter. None. 2003 and 2013. Then we'll put salary here. Then we'll put average or minimum here. Change this to align. So we get that. Change that there. Now, what we'll do is we'll duplicate this. We'll say difference. And then we'll go here and we'll put this on the mark. Right? And then we'll get rid of this. Get rid of that. There we go. So that is a very edge use case of when you actually want to have a row per measure. So most of the time, best practice tells you, hey, we want one column per measure, right? Well, this is a use case where you would actually want them there, right? So let's see what else. So what are we going to do here? Now, does this make sense? It is a little confusing because, so maybe I'm going to have to add some, so let's do default properties, number format, currency, 2 decimal places, millions. Okay. And we'll do ending salary. We'll just do 2023 salary. And that'll be if year equals 2023, then salary, else end. Click OK. Put that on label. Yeah. So then we'll do calculation 1. Of course, we should rename. This is 2023. Nope. Am I using calculation 1? I don't think so. No, get rid of it. Good deal. All right. Number format, number currency, 2 millions. There we go. So then, let's see, what are we going to do here? So I'll have, this is the total salary, this is the difference in salary. 2023 salary. Year change. 20-year come on. Nope. Okay. Let's go here, and there it is. And then we'll search for delta. Copy. And that'll just be my difference in salary. No, I don't want that, because that'll make it look like it is. Okay, so, oh, right. Okay, so let's see. So I'll need to add that. I'll click, I'll copy that, I'll click OK, and basically we just need to duplicate this, and instead of salary, we'll just do that. And that'll be 22 salary. Label. And we'll put that on here. And then we'll duplicate this again. And then we'll go here, and we'll copy that. Click OK. Edit this, replace it here, and now we drop that on label. Now we'll edit the label, and we will, so this is the 2023 salary. We're going to drop this one right here. Nope, I think already, there we go. That up there, and yep, and then we'll just get rid of our blanks, click OK. There we go. All right, now what's happened? We've broken our lines. Why is that? Let's see, when did it break? It broke as soon as we put, okay, so what if we make it, I think we'll have to make it a, if we make it an aggregate, yeah, look at that. All right, awesome, cool. All right, so let's duplicate this again. So the reason we have to, so let's talk about why. So you saw there, whenever I had it as a, when I created that label calculation and I had it as a dimension. Ooh, I wonder if I don't need to do that. Could I change this? Edit specific. Nope. I'm trying to think here. Nope, it's not going to do that. Okay, never mind. So now, yeah, so we'll do, whoop. Right, but we went in here and we made this a, if the max year, now, we could have, so I used the max year because I know that 2023 is the max year. So this will be the salary label. You could easily use, you know, if you wanted to use the minimum, if you only wanted your labels here, you do minimum. If it was anything in between the min and the max, you'd use the attribute, and then that would get you a label on just that, and that way, and it's still an aggregate calculation. So anyway, we've aggregated the year, therefore it's going to be an aggregate text value, and therefore when we now add that onto, that's how you know that. Let's see here, we've got that. Oh yeah, so let's just make, excuse me, let's do, there we go. Let's do that, just so we get back to square one, where we want to go. Put that on label, and there you go. You can see that it's now in the same place that we wanted it, but we're not breaking our lines, right? Which is nice. So we'll just duplicate that again. Click edit, and this will be the 2023 delta label. And that'll be 20 year delta. There we go. Good deal. Already had it. Still on my clipboard. Good deal. All right, 20 year delta. Get rid of that just to clean things up. There we go. Delta label, put that there. Now, when we go back in here to that, we can just set up everything the same way. So the salary label goes here. Delta label goes here. Recenter this. It's like we've got some extra characters. Yeah. So there we go. So then what I might do is I might make this, all right, so let's just, what are we gonna do here? Let's do, I wanna go this, let's go format this fella. And I'll go to automatic, and actually I'll do it in default properties because I think that's where I did it. Oh, right, I can't do that. Okay, so yeah, we'll go here, we'll go format, we'll go here, we'll do number format again, currency, 2 decimal places, millions. But then here, I will do a plus. Just like that, so you can see that. All right, so now what we'll do, let's do some, so I think this is really nice. At least I like it, and for the purposes of back to Viz Basics, right, we've built a line chart, and we're doing some, so let's do some formatting here, right? So let's build, we're gonna kind of show you the way that I kind of go about formatting stuff. So let's make this, we're gonna make the labels here, we're gonna make them bold. Make this one italicized, and we'll make it 8 point, something like that, right? And then let's see, what should we do here? Okay, so I don't like how it's like right up against the dot. So I think I do want to have a little bit of space underneath. So we'll do a 8 point extra line, and that'll give us a little bit of space. That'll give us a space on the bottom one, but in order to do the top one, we'll have to increase the size of, now there's two ways that we could do this, right? 2023 salary, actually, I think, but it's not 2023 salary. It's, I want this one to be minimum, and I want this one to be, or I want this one to say 2023 average salary, and I want this one to say 2023 minimum salary. Salary label. So I think what I'll have to do here is I'll just have to continue expanding this out. So if year equals 2023 and average or minimum equals, we'll do average first. And then it's just going to be contains. I'm not going to write out the whole thing. Contains. This will be average. And yeah, we'll get rid of that all the way to the then. And then we'll add in 2023 average salary. And, oh, okay. So this is, so it's telling me, so I have a aggregate evaluation and a row level. So it wants it here. I only want the true, right? So this function returns Boolean, right? So it turns true or false. And I'm only concerned with the true part, and true is higher in alphabetic order than false. So if I just wrap this also in max, let's see what it does. Yes, see how I now have average salary here, but I don't have anything here. So we'll do average. So I'm making a line chart, but I'm also giving you some tips and tricks on how to do some really cool formatting on text labels. So that's really fun too. Okay, so let's duplicate the average salary label now, and then we'll do we want this to be the minimum, and this will say the min. And that one's not there because I don't have it on label. So we'll do min salary label and click OK here. And then what I'll do is I'll take min salary label, drop it on text. As you can see, it dropped down below and I didn't get anything on the top. So now what I'll do is I will actually just delete that. We'll keep that there. But now what I'll do is I'll just put my min label right smack dab right next to my average label. One will be null, one will have a value for each one. They look like they're in the same place. See? Boom. Okay, so the 2023 average salary was that. Actually, now that I'm thinking about this, I do think I want. See, this is how we do things, right? I'm just kind of winging it. I don't know what I'm doing until I do it. So let me do this. So that puts the same thing. You can see that I've put things in there, right? So what I'm actually going to do is this. I don't care now. I don't care anymore about this. And what I actually want to do is a string year this is where we'll use the adder. There it is. 20, look at that. So you see 2023 average salary, 2003 average salary, 2023 average salary. Right? So now I just need to go do the exact same thing here with the minimum salary, where I said we'll get rid of this, and we'll get rid of the and we will get rid of this, but we'll add the string of adder year plus, close a paren. There we go. So now what I can do, if I go here, I actually don't think I don't need that anymore. And then what I'll do is I'll come in here and yeah, we'll take this guy out. And then right over here, we'll just do sum of salary. Like that. And then maybe, all right, so let's actually get rid of a few things here. So I don't think I want that in here. I'll do that. And let's do entire view. Yeah. So you can see here that the 2003 minimum salary was $300,000. The 2003 average salary was $2.3 million. All right, and then you can see an increase. So it's showing you, but then below that you can also see an annotation that shows you what the 20-year increase is. I kind of like that. Yeah. I kind of like this. This is turning out well. Again, I don't know where I'm going with these when I make them. I'm just kind of winging it here. So let's see. Do we need? I think we'll keep everything like that. So let's make a. Now, of course, I've only got 7 minutes left. Another thing that I think might be interesting to add here is how does that compare with, so that's, so it'd be interesting to see how that compares with like cost of living or the national average, right? What was the national average? What was the national median salary in 2003? What was the national median salary in 2023? And not necessarily, we know the values are going to be wonky, right? They're going to be so far, I mean, the median salary in 2023 across all of the U.S. is not $4.5 million, but, or income, maybe it's household income. That's what we should do. So you could compare it to household income. So 2023 median income compared to the 2003 median income, and then you could compare the difference in percent change, right? So did they have a comparable percent change? I think what you would find is they did not, because baseball is a sport, and they make oodles of money, which is kind of interesting. But I like this. Let's do some final formatting here. So let's go here. Let's do axis rulers. Let's do a dark black axis ruler. Let's do some. Let's make these black. Oh, that's that. I want this to be black. There we go. And we'll make sure to show the tick marks. go, so you can kind of see where everything's going there. Let's see, what else? What do you think? Anything else? Should we add anything else? Oh, I don't want it on the columns. None. There we go. There we go. Cool. All right, so let's do some final. Let's go to a dashboard. Let's create a dashboard. I can think we'll just do like 800 by 8. We'll make it kind of small. Drop a vertical. Drop in a blank. Drop in a text. MLB salaries have increased over the last 20 years. Let's think about this. But not all salaries are equal. The minimum salary only increased, what was it? Some amount increased only signing the average salary increased more than 2.5 $2.5 million, while the minimum salaries only increased, what was it, $400,000 or something like that? I don't know. We'll figure it out here in a minute. All right. So, statement. Make a statement. All right. That's what you do with your title. Let's make sure these values are correct. Here. Yeah. 400. Yeah. $420,000. And we do know that the increase was more than 2. Yeah. All right. The average salary increased, and let's do a little bit of. All right. So how are we going to do this? Let's do 18, and we'll make these. We'll make this all black. We'll make it medium. We'll make the average salary. Oh, that looks like 2 spaces there. There we go. The average salary, we'll make that one bold. And we'll make it blue. And the minimum salary, we'll make it bold. We'll make it in this orange color for now. And then everything else, I do think we don't want it to be super black. So we'll kind of mute it a little bit, right? So you can kind of, we really want the orange and blue to stand out because we want those to be our, oh, what? That's not even the right, what's this? Oh, middle. Okay, middle gray. Helps if you choose the same grays. There we go. Middle grays. There we go. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, it's fine. Let's add some padding. 20. I like how that did that. All right, and then we'll just add our thing in here. Get rid of that. And then we'll get rid of this so we take up the entire space. There we go. Well, now let's do a little bit of, oh yeah, we can't do that because it's got, so let's add a reference line, salary constant, and we want it to be at $6 million. And we'll have it as no. So what that's going to do is it's going to allow us to have a little bit more space right here. And so we'll be able to move that up a little bit just to give it a little extra space, right? And then we can manually move these right there. Let's do. So there you go. Let's see what else. What else can we do here? Let's get rid of the title. There we go. That looks good. Those are kind of lined up. I like that. Yeah, I think that about does it. So let's add a little border here, or let's add a little footer here. Hashtag B2VB. Hipster Viz Ninja. And we'll do data source Statista. And there we go. What do you think? Pretty good? I like it. Simple, straightforward, line charts. We actually did what we call a slope chart, like technically, but it's still a line. So we just looked at the 20-year increase. Yeah. Let's draw. I said I liked it, but as I'm looking at it, I don't. I don't like having those values right next to each other. So there we go. It gives that a little bit more space to breathe too. So there we go. Yeah, simple. Thank you, Alan. Very, very nice. Thank you. Very, very simple. We don't have to make things more complicated. Let's just tell a story, right? Let's just state a fact and then use data viz to support that fact, right? So anyway, yeah, that was fun. So how the rest, I'm still here. There you go. So how the rest of these are going to go. So Back to Viz Basics does it every 2 weeks. So I will be doing these every other Tuesday starting today. So we won't have one next Tuesday. Maybe I'll alternate with Makeover Monday. Because Makeover Monday is back. Did you see that? So hashtag Makeover Monday is back. We got Back to Viz Basics. We got Workout Wednesday. There is so much to do in the Tableau community. The wonderful thing about Back to Viz Basics and Makeover Monday is that they are tool agnostic. They are not there, even though they are run by Tableau community members. They openly accept and are looking for folks to complete challenges in different tools. So these are great ways to learn different tools. So go out and try Power BI. Go out and try Click or whatever BI tool that you're using. Makeover Monday and Back to Viz Basics are really great activities for you to increase your skills in other tools. And of course, you can always use Tableau as well. So, yeah, so that's what we'll do. I think that's what we'll do. So next Tuesday, we'll do a Makeover Monday, and then the following Tuesday after that, we'll be back to Viz Basics, and then we'll just kind of alternate. So, and then every single Friday, we got Workout Wednesday. So, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, please follow, connect with me, follow me on, or subscribe to my channel on YouTube. Follow me on Twitter. Connect with me on LinkedIn. Give me a like on the video. It really helps the channel out. And yeah, talk to you later this week for Workout Wednesday. See you next week for Data to Dashboard. That's what I'm calling it. So hashtag Data to Dashboard. Thanks so much. Go forth and viz.